Welcome back, everyone, to day 6 of our Project SF trip. I'm Lohit, and I'll be taking you through our experience today. Everyone was particularly excited today for the highlight of our trip, the DeveloperWeek conference, the world's largest developer and engineering technology event, where over 8,000 like-minded developers gather, either as speakers to share their views and findings, or as a startup company looking for potential investors or clients. After passing through the registration counters, we stepped right into the hall. We were greeted by rows and rows of various startup company booths. Representatives of each company were conversing with other developers discussing their product. Each booth had different representatives, most showing off their product on large monitors and distributing swag to anyone passing by. If you didn't know, swag are essentially freebies given to developers who visit their booths. They get free advertisement and we get free goodies. It's a win-win. Going to this conference, everyone had a few things in mind. Firstly, our elevator pitch to explain our product and give ourselves a level of credibility. Secondly, networking, as this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to meet like-minded developers who may be able to aid us or our startups in our future. We were free to move about and explore. Some of us left in groups of 2s and 3s, while others flew solo to cover more ground. We were a little intimidated by the booth representatives, as they probably had much more experience in programming, designing, and business than us. However, this fear gradually disappeared as we got used to conversing with them, asking them what their company's product was all about, with other burning questions in mind. Not to mention, seizing opportunities when pitching our own products and connecting with potential mentors on LinkedIn. We learned more about every company's product. Here are some examples. When we talked with the representatives from Codega, we managed to find out that they searched for code syntax errors, and Cortex was an app for the management and identification of bugs in our code and how we fix it. It also takes care of different microprocessors in the code that occur and determine in what place did the code break, especially when we compress our coding. Onymos is an API used for building login pages so we can identify each user logging into our app. After visiting a few more startups, we went for a talk. Here is a picture montage of the rest of the afternoon's events. The lunch was cold. While waiting for the bus, we managed to play other games like the beanbag throw and special tic-tac-toe and Connect 4, in which I, Lohit, won for sure. Next, we headed to Block HQ, yet another exciting tech company to visit, hosted by the one and only Mr. Jurvis Tan. Jurvis is a software engineer at Bitcoin Wallet in Block and an SST alumni. Firstly, he talked more on Block. Block is an American multinational technology conglomerate consisting of Square, Cash App, Spiral, and TBD for online payments, as well as Tidal for music streaming. Some key values of Block include collaboration and communication, which are two of the 10 C's in SST as well. Just goes to show how important they are in a team working environment. Next, Jurvis shared his personal journey. After going to SF with SST Inc. as the class of 2013 in Secondary 4, he had started to think about his future, with his goal being centralized on moving to SF. He loved the environment and wanted to study and work there in the future. From young, he loved to tinker with computers. Only through Project SF did he realize that computer science and app development was an actual job. However, due to financial constraints, a scholarship was necessary. Despite his best efforts, he did not manage to clinch the scholarship. Being a very motivated person, he tried again and again for multiple scholarships. He was so determined to go to the US that he rejected a 6-year university scholarship in Singapore. During his poly years, he managed to earn an internship for a job in San Francisco. He stayed in the US but could not attend any university of his choice due to financial and academic reasons. He settled with the community college and made the most of his time there. When looking for a job, he went for many interviews, but described them as made me feel bad afterwards. Block was different. It made him reflect and know what to improve on. He passed the interviews and got hired. At Block, he met multiple amazing people, and they were all willing to do a panel discussion with us. I'll be sharing the key points portrayed by each member in the panel discussion. Jurvis mentioned how collaboration should be done through human interaction and not through machinery to fully feel like you have been collaborating. Ms. Jennifer Shen, a software engineer, mentioned that Square boosted their production by helping small businesses, which are the core of the company, and their goals, in order for them to expand into medium-sized businesses. Ms. Rohini Pandey, who is a product lead, has changed jobs from industry to industry, company to company, and work to work. However, what she remains as is the voice of the company, translating a great idea to what the customers want. She's also the centerpiece of the company. She works well with everyone, and the company is accelerated by her presence. If she wanted them to understand something, she'd ask questions. She helped in expanding to other countries through understanding their culture. She ended with the quote, "Why you? Why this problem? And how are you going to solve this?" We also had Mr. Jesse Posner, who chose to work for Block as he believed it to be one of the best tech visions for the future. The people's vision of data security exploitation was pessimistic, but the people's vision of Block was very optimistic. He chose Bitcoin as it is decentralized and is controlled by a large group of people, and therefore has true decentralization. This allows an easier way of filtering out the scamming issues and focusing on something we know as value. Block has invested in Bitcoin as they have good synergy with their company. He switched from a lawyer to becoming part of Bitcoin as he believes that Bitcoin is the future of law. Well, now it is time for dinner, but before that, we visited the popular tourist spot Pier 39 by the San Francisco Bay. We ate at Baba Gum Shrimp Co., a restaurant inspired by the one and only American classic Forrest Gump. In the story, Forrest Gump decides to start a shrimp farming company with Baba, Forrest's companion during the Vietnam War. We also met with Ragul Balaji, who we ate dinner with. He was a former SST alumni who received an opportunity to study at UC Berkeley due to his SUTD scholarship and was currently in an internship for a startup in San Francisco. Unfortunately, he was not one of the students who was able to go to Project SF during his time in school. Here are pictures of the food we ate.
See you tomorrow.